Hi everybody, I'm Andrea Carey Fuller and I'm talking to you today about a fantastic campaign with Green Party Women, which is to roll out the Ethical Care Charter, which is a unison initiative through Green Party Women throughout England and Wales. This is particularly important at this time because we're just coming through COVID-19. We're still in COVID-19 times, and we've realised just how, well, most people realise just how important that home care workers are. Lots of older people, and not just older people, but disabled people as well, have been receiving care in their homes for a long time, but that care is provided mainly by women. Women take on the main responsibilities for caring roles in our society, as we know, and it's a fantastically good job, and they're making a tremendous difference to the people that they provide the care to, but they're totally undervalued and underpaid. And this has been the situation for a long time now. Unison came up with this initiative back in 2014. And for some reason, it hasn't really been taken on sort of nationwide as much as I would have hoped to see it be taken on. I first came across it when I was doing a hustings for Lewisham Pensioners Forum, and I love these pensioners, they're fantastic. They had a question about this, and I looked into it and I thought, well, that's fantastic, because what the charter does is it sets out minimum standards of care for the person receiving the care, so it improves their care, because currently people can receive as little as 15 minutes of care, and that's barely enough for somebody to get inside their home, say hello, check they're all right, and make them a cup of tea, and then they have to fly off again to the next client. So it extends that care to 30 minutes minimum. Other people, depending on person's needs, some people may need a lot longer than that, but that's the minimum. At least it establishes a decent minimum so that people can assess how their client is on that day properly, and do things in terms of a health check. So a good practice would be to have a book where somebody says hello, they get their person a drink or maybe some food, or help them get dressed, but then before they leave, they write in a book how their person was. So they write and say that, that their person was well, or they write if there's any problems, or they've got time to actually address any issues while they're there, because things happen, accidents happen, people might have spilt things, they might have fallen, they might need more than the 15 minutes that's been allocated to them, and 15 minutes is barely a visit. You can barely call it care, and I know that a lot of carers feel that way, that they feel harassed and stressed by the fact that they can't provide the quality of care in 15 minutes that that they would like to provide. And on the other side, for the people providing the care, for the carers themselves, they have lots of stress and lots of pressures. They're often on 0 hours contracts, which is inhumane, for want of a better word. It's not a decent thing that anybody should have in this day and age. Everybody should have a decent working contract and not 0 hours. And they don't get paid between their visits to people. So if carers are reliant on public transport, because this is a very low paid job and carers might not be able to afford their own transport. If they're reliant on public transport and there's any hold-ups or problems with public transport and they're running late, that means that, as well as having less time to spend with their clients, so they're also spending more time traveling, and they don't get paid for it, which is crazy. So what this charter does is it pays people for their travel time. It pays them the proper living wage, so not the government's living wage, but the actual proper living wage. So currently the foundation's living wage is £9.30 across the UK and £10.75 per hour in London, and that's what home care workers should be paid. And so what this charter does, it's a route to improving the quality of life for all those women providing care, and a better quality of life for all those people receiving care. And that's why I love this ethical care charter, and that's why I think it's a fantastic campaign, and it's a very relevant campaign for our times, for Green Party women to be running to support women in a whole range of different ways.